Jelana would say. She's got the lead, but Barb selects first from these categories. First, we've got to stop meeting like this. Then, games people play, followed by invest, around the horn, then fashion history, and we'll finish up with from the Greek. Barb, where to?
Games people play for 1600, please.
In Scrabble, these two letter tiles are the most lucrative, each worth 10 points. Jelana.
What are J and Z?
I'm afraid not. Michal or Barb? Michal.
What are Q and Z?
That's correct.
Okay, games people play 400.
9-wire arches called wickets are used in this backyard game. Jelana.
What is croquet?
Yes.
Fashion history for 2000.
In 1939, she closed her Paris shop and spent the rest of World War II in the Ritz Hotel with her German boyfriend. Barb.
Who's Coco Chanel?
Yes.
Around the horn for 1200, please.
Answer there. Daily double. You moved into first place, Barb.
Let's make it a true daily double.
Wow. All right. The crowd likes it. Here's your clue. An around-the-world yacht race that requires sailors to round Cape Horn awards a trophy named for this author.
Who's Thor Hydral?
No, I'm sorry. Around the world, this is Jules Verne. It's an around-the-world race. Drops you down to 0, but there's a lot of game left, Barb. Select again.
We got to stop meeting like this for 1200, please.
During the 1604 Hampton Court Conference, this king accepted a request for a new translation of the Bible. Michal.
Who is King James?
Yes.
Fashion history for 400.
No spy should be without one of these aptly named outer garments worn by British soldiers in World War I. Jelana.
What is a trench coat?
That's it.
Fashion history for 1600.
This French designer's new look for 1947 included a narrow waist and padded hips. Barb.
Who is Pierre Cardin?
I'm sorry, no. Jelana.
Who's Christian Dior?
It is Dior.
Fashion history for 1200.
From 1915 to 1947, the Cherokee sisters brought haute couture to this capital of a tiny U.S. state. Michal?
What is Providence?
It is Providence, yeah.
Fashion history for 800.
Although this company's name was trademarked in 1871, its logo didn't appear on men's underwear until many decades later. Jelana.
What is fruit of the loom?
Good.
Invest for 1200.
If you invest in a CD down at the bank, it's not music, but one of these. Jelana.
What is a certificate of deposit?
Yes.
Invest for 1600.
From the Latin for year, it's an investment or retirement fund that pays out yearly. Jelana.
What's an annuity?
Correct.
Invest for 2000.
To determine a company's performance before you invest, check out its PE ratio. This. Jelana.
What is price to earnings?
2,000 more for you.
Let's take from the Greek for 1200.
This liquid part of the blood derives its name from the Greek for something molded or formed. Barb.
What is plasma?
Right.
From the Greek for 1600, please.
From Greek for color, it means pertaining to color, or to a musical scale that's been modified. Jelana?
What is chromatic?
Right.
From the Greek for 2000.
A battery of tests will tell you this element's name is from the Greek for stone. Jelana?
What is lithium?
Yes.
Games people play for 1200.
The classic game Reversi is also known as this game, like a Shakespearean title character. Jelana?
What is Othello?
Good.
Games for 2000.
In chess, there are this many possible opening first moves for white. 2 for each pawn and 2 for each knight. That's 20 total. Jelana?
From the Greek for 800.
The prefix eu, EU, means good. So this word comes from the Greek for good death. Barb?
What is euthanasia?
Correct.
We've got to stop meeting like this for 1600.
Answer there. The daily double. You're newly out of the hole, and you can wager up to 2,000, Barb.
You're killing me, Ken. All right, let's do it. 2,000.
2,000, and we've got to stop meeting like this. Here's your clue. In February 1945, FDR, Churchill, and Stalin met at the Livadia Palace near this Black Sea resort.
What is Walt Disney World?
I think Stalin would have had a better time. I'm afraid not. What is Yalta?
Of course.
What is Yalta? Select again, Barb.
All right, we've got to stop meeting like this for 2,000, please.
Holy Roman Emperor Charles V called the 1521 meeting of this assembly at Worms. Barb.
What is the council at Worms?
No.
What is the diet?
The Diet of Worms. That's right.
Okay, we've got to stop meeting like this. 800.
The Dumbarton Oaks Mansion was the site of a 1944 meeting that proposed forming what became this world body. Barb.
What is the United Nations?
Yes.
Thank goodness. Games people play for 800, please.
Dating back 50 years, Maze War and Spacem were some of the first of this type of video game, abbreviated FPS. Barb.
What is first-person shooter?
Good.
Around the horn for 2000, please.
This British naval captain endeavored to sail around the Horn, and did in 1769. Mikhail?
Who is Cook?
Good for 2000.
Okay, around the horn for 1600.
In 1910, he said he was sailing from Norway to the Arctic Ocean via Cape Horn, but he was really headed to the South Pole. Jelana?
Who is Amundsen?
Amundsen is right for 1600.
Around the horn for 800.
Willem Schouten, who rounded the Horn, named it after his birthplace in this country. Holland or the Netherlands? Jelana?
From the Greek for 400.
Before you ask for mine, you should know it's from the Greek for self-written. Jelana?
What is autobiography?
No.
Oh.
Barb?
What is autograph?
That's correct.
Invest for 800, please.
It's the income from your investment or a triangular street sign. Barb?
What is yield?
Right.
Around the horn for 400, please.
In August 1578, this English navigator sailed around Cape Horn. Barb?
Who is, I gave it a shot.
You had to do it. No, that's incorrect. Mikhail or Jelana? Francis Drake. Barb?
We've got to stop meeting like this for 4.
In the 1920s and 30s, this literary group that included Dorothy Parker met regularly for lunch at a New York City hotel. Barb?
Who's the Algonquin Round Table?
That's right. And the last clue in invest. These two beastly symbols are used to describe advancing and declining stock markets. Jelana?
What are bear and bull?
You got it. That brings us to the end of the Double Jeopardy round. But before we hit Final Jeopardy, we have a change of scoring to announce. It affects you, Barb. Our judges have determined that the Council of Worms is an alternate name for the Diet of Worms. That adds $4,000 to your score. Yay, woo! That means you're going to be here for Final Jeopardy. Here's the category that all 3 of you are now going to be facing. Symphonies. They'll make their wagers and we'll come right back with the clue. Here is your Final Jeopardy clue in the category Symphonies. Debuting at Carnegie Hall in 1893, it was written by a European living in New York and partly inspired by the Song of Hiawatha. 30 seconds. Good luck. Who got a late-breaking second chance at Final Jeopardy today. Her response? What is the New World Symphony by Dvorak? That is correct. You wagered all of it. You now have $6,400. Mikhail Gould's in second place. Did she come up with the New World Symphony? She did. And the wager? $10,000, taking you to $21,400. Very nice. But Jelana Cotter had the lead with $19,200. Is the response correct? It is. How much did she wager? Also $10,000. So now you have $29,200. Remember, these are the scores that will be added to our players' totals tomorrow to crown our winner. Don't miss the end of this Second Chance Final tomorrow on Jeopardy!
Jeopardy! Second Chance is brought to you by Moderna. Did you get Final Jeopardy? Here's what the contestants had to say. Visit Jeopardy.com/overheard.